Hi everyone. Today we'll be talking about how to move to the UK as a teacher, and we'll be sharing thoughts or hearts with a teacher in the UK. She's in Nigerian. I'll let her introduce herself.
Yeah, my name is Omowumi. Yeah, I'm a substitute teacher here in the UK. Yeah, it's called a supply teacher or a cover supervisor. A teaching assistant is the role for a teaching assistant is to support the students in the classroom.
Okay.
It can be in primary or secondary school. They'll just sit with a certain number of students in the classroom, especially students with learning disabilities.
Okay.
Those that need assistance. So it's just the teaching assistant, those that need assistance in the classroom. So the teaching assistants will sit with them, help them with their notes, encourage them to write and all. So that is the role of a teaching assistant. And it can be, you can be employed with just GCSE.
Okay.
Which is, which is equivalent to WAEC, I think, which is equivalent to WAEC. So you can be employed with GCSE, while a cover supervisor will not teach, but will be there to cover the lesson for a teacher that is not available, probably on a sick leave, on a maternity leave. So this cover supervisor will cover for that lesson, will be in the class to cover for that particular person, for that particular teacher. So the teacher would have sent an email, or probably one of the main teachers would direct you on what to do to cover for that class, probably a task for the students to embark on just for that lesson. And the cover supervisor can tend to teach, to cover different lessons. You can be asked to cover for French, Spanish. I've covered for Spanish, even though I cannot speak Spanish. so you can be asked to cover for any lesson, history, science, and all. But a supply teacher will teach. A supply teacher will teach in the UK. But you will not plan any lesson. You will not write any notes. Don't you not plan any lesson. The teacher, the main teacher will plan, or like the head of the department, because here in the UK, they have department, they have the mathematics department, just like in our own university, they have sections, the English department, the humanities, the science. So the head of department can tell you what to do, or the teacher itself can actually send a mail to you for not to your personal email though, to like an email the school will
like an
give
official
to you. Yes. Yes. So the teacher will send you an email that this is what you are doing today, the lesson, the video the students will watch, but you have to put them through this video. You have to teach them what the lesson is about. So those are the differences.
Wow. So I was a bit confused when you said supply teachers. I'm like, okay, is it different from what I already shared on my page? But that's fine. Okay, so let's look at this. There's some questions that some people might want to get answers to, which I have not been able to give them full details. I only do videos with regards to my research and my own personal experience, because I remember back then, well, I'd finished my undergraduate at university. I did my PQE exam, and that was it, just to have saying that I'm done with my teacher's registration and cancel examination as a teacher. And then I was teaching back then in Nigeria. So some people would like to know, what are the procedures? QTS is one of the things, but I watched your video and you were like, QTS is not the only thing. So some people would like to know, if QTS is not the only thing, or is QTS the only pathway? So the first thing you help us to say or explain here is how to get the teacher's registration TRCN license, because I know that's paramount before you start moving on to getting a QTS certification. So you are in the UK now as a teacher. Were you able to get your TRCN license before you moved to the UK, or while you were in the UK you got that?
I already got before I moved to the UK, but it has expired, It's for 3 years.
3 years, yes.
Yeah, so it was 3 years. So I just renewed. So you can renew it while you're in the UK. You can actually renew it while you're in the UK. So if you don't have a TRCN certificate, probably I should start from that.
Yes.
You will need to get one. Yes, you will need to get one. You need to write the PQE exam. as I know now, I also watched your video. You can write it online.
Yes,
You can
I
write it
did
online.
mine. I did mine online because I had already started a process in Germany at the time, so I didn't have time to go and do it full time. I was working and then I started my master's program already, so I didn't have time. So I did my online. It was successful. Yeah, I didn't have time to do it physical.
Okay.
So you can actually
So
do the
you
PQA.
can,
Yeah.
yeah, you can do it online.
Yeah.
Then after getting your certificate, because I have friends that got their certificate way back from 2016, and they
Oh.
didn't know they were supposed to get a license.
I
They just were
didn't
just,
know to. I didn't know to. Like, I'm
yeah, they
ignorant
just
on
thought,
that.
oh, now I have a TRCN certificate, I'm a licensed teacher, which is not true. And so before that, when this thing came in February, so I wanted to apply immediately. In fact, I started the application immediately, but I had to contact TRCN to ask that, oh, my license expired last year. Can I push through with this? And they told me no, that I can't. I have to renew my license. I have to be active with them. So I further to ask that, what if someone has a TRCN certificate and the person does not have a license? They said no, the person is not even recognized at all.
Okay.
Yeah, the person is not recognized to practice. That person just has the certificate and does not have the license to teach.
Okay.
So yeah, so I had to renew my license. Yes, I had to renew my license, and
Okay, so
that's it.
the thing is, after registering, after like being a graduate from a university as your bachelor's, then you have to go for, because we are doing step by step now so that people can follow. So you have to go for
Oh,
PQE exam, right?
yes.
So after the PQE exam,
Though yes, though some universities, I don't know if it's all, but in one of my videos, like I mentioned, Obafemi Awolowo University, now they do induction for their graduating students, just like doctors,
okay,
for their graduating students from the Faculty of Education. So
okay,
before they graduate, they would do this PQE right inside their school, just like one of their exams.
wow, okay,
So they have like a section in the faculty that deals with the registration. They will pay though.
yeah,
That deals with the registration and all that. So it's that department or that section, let me just call it, is like a committee of their lecturers. That
okay,
section will take their forms and everything to TRCN. They already have a connection with TRCN in Abuja. So we'll forward their forms and they'll book them for exam. TRCN will send the question into the website of Obafemi Awolowo University. So they will just do it online at their CBT center. They have like a computer center. So they will just do the exam. And after that, they will get their results. So if they pass, those are the ones that will do induction and they will get their certificate on that day of induction.
wow, wow. Wow. So they don't need to actually go to TRCN exam office again to
Yes,
take
they
one.
don't need to go to
So
TRCN. And even though that, yeah.
how would they be able to get that license then? Haven't finished or done their exams while being at the university?
Yeah, so after that, yeah, that is why most people don't really know they need to get their license. So after that, then you now need to get your license on your own.
Wow. Okay, so can you
So
enlighten
you
us
need
a
to
bit?
probably contact TRCN or go to their office.
Office, okay.
Yeah, I think in the regions, go to their office. I know one is in Oshogbo in Lagos.
Mm-hmm.
So just go to their office and tell them you want a license. I think it's not that difficult. It's 3,000 per year.
Okay. Okay, so you have to pay for the license. That's after you must have finished passing the exam
Yes, and you have gotten your certificate.
and you've gotten your certificate, then you apply for the license. So do you have an idea how long is
Yeah.
it for someone to be able to wait and get the license? Or does it come out immediately?
Well, before before the whole QTS thing came, everyone is rushing the license and all. Before it came, it's not even 2 weeks to get your license.
Wow.
But now that everyone is rushing to get the license, it might take longer. Even for me to renew, it took like a month, even though I had to pay for express,
Yes,
is it express entry or something?
express
Yes,
service.
it still took like a month. Yeah, it still
Wow.
took like a month.
All right, so let's take it bit by bit. You have to write PQE. That's first of all, you have to be a graduate from Faculty of Education or just an undergraduate. Then you need your PQE. You have to write PQE exam from TRCN. Then before you are
Yes,
able to apply for your license, isn't it? Is that the
yeah,
step now? All right. Do you have an
yeah.
idea? Okay, so let's move to the next agenda, which is QTS and NQT, because I remembered you telling us that in one of your videos that you are an NQT, that's teacher, non,
I'm
I don't know.
sorry, let me keep it something that I just thought of now so that it won't be like, oh, what if I don't have education? Can't I get
Yeah,
my TRCN? If
TRCN,
you
yeah,
have a PGC, like probably you studied chemistry and it's not in education, for example,
yeah.
and you have a PGC in education, you can apply for your TRCN.
Okay, so if the person hasn't gotten an educational background or an education background while doing their undergraduate at university, they can go in for postgraduate studies in education.
Graduate, yes,
Yes, I think that takes about 1 year or 9 months thereabout. Then after that,
yes,
then
yes,
they can now go for their TRCN PQ exam and then TRC teacher's license. Is that
yes, yes,
all
yes.
right? So let's move on over to how to move to the UK as a teacher, because I know that there are a lot of news information regarding that, and there's some agents flying up and down here about trying to defraud people of their money. You want to be a teacher? Welcome, let me help you do it. So you are a teacher
Mm.
in the UK. So I don't know if you can help us with some tips on the legal procedure because I have some background checks already on that. But let's hear from you first, since that's what you're into.
Okay. After getting your license, if you don't have one or you already have a license, okay, that's good. Then you have to get this QTS, which is free, which started in February.
Okay.
Yes, you have to apply for this QTS, and it's way easier, though you can come into the UK, which is even on the website, you can come in and teach for 4 years without QTS and try to get your QTS within that 4 years. But it's it's way easier when you have your QTS. Like even if you tell your employer, I have a qualified teacher status, yeah, they would. I don't know whether you understand me. They
Yeah.
would be glad to even interview you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they will
Talk
rate
less
you
of
higher.
someone that does. Yes, exactly. Talk less of rather than someone that does not even have QTS. Someone that does not have QTS, fine, you might be lucky, but you will need to prove them more that you are capable to
Qualified.
teach. Yes, you are capable, yeah, to teach in their, because their educational system here is different from ours educational system.
All right, all right. So what are the documents for QTS, applying for QTS? Because I know that I also shared in my video that you can actually get a job if you're fortunate enough to get a school in the UK that can sponsor your visa, start up as a
Yes,
teacher with your teaching experience in one of the schools in the UK. And then before the
yes,
end of 3 years, you should try to also apply for your QTS in the UK,
yes,
and then before
yes,
you're able to get it and then start being recognized legitimately as a teacher in the UK.
yes,
Okay, so it means that
yes,
someone can move from NQT to QTS. Is that what you're saying?
yes. Presently, I don't have my QTS because I just started my, yeah, I just
Okay,
started the application.
application. Okay, so
Yes.
so can you tell us, apart from submitting your teacher's license from Nigeria, what other documents did you submit for you to be able to apply for your QTS?
Okay. Like the first part is your personal information, your names, your passport. Yes, you need a passport. If you don't have one, you need to get a passport, like your immigration passport, I mean.
As your
If
travel
you have changed
passport.
yes, your travel passport, yes.
Okay.
If you don't, if you have changed your name, you will be asked to upload a wedding certificate. Probably the names on your certificate is different from the name you have now, just like me. So you need to upload a wedding certificate to back that up. that
Okay.
I've changed my name from. They will even ask for the year you change your name from.
Okay.
So that is the first part. And the second part, they will ask for qualifications. They
Okay.
will ask for, they will even write it, your teaching qualification.
All right.
So which is your BSc in
Any
probably, let
subject?
me just use my example, BSc in biology education,
Okay.
then your transcripts from your school.
Okay.
You need a transcript from your school. You upload that. Then if your transcript is not in English, you will be had to upload a translation. But if it's in English, you just click yes, it's in English, and you just leave that stage. If you have an additional certificate, probably you have a master's in education, you will upload. I uploaded mine with your transcript also.
Okay. All right.
So the third step is English proficiency. You
Okay.
need to prove that you can speak in English or you were taught in English. So if you have IELTS, that's great. You can upload that. And if you don't have IELTS, you just need to get a medium of instruction from the university you graduated from.
Yeah, that's what people call MOI.
Yes, medium of instruction. So you upload that. And the fourth stage is experience, your teaching experience.
Yeah.
You'll be asked to write the name of the school you have taught back in your country for 9 months.
Okay. Oh, for
An
9 months.
email.
Okay.
Yes, you need to have taught back in your country for at least 9 months.
Okay.
And you will need an email to, because they are going to, it's like a reference here. They are going to send an email to that school or the email of probably your principal, head of department, just to be sure that you have actually taught for 9 months. And it's even written there that you need to upload an active email.
Okay.
And probably someone that checks their email all the time, so that it don't be like QTS or TRA has sent email and the person has not replied.
Not replied.
Because
Yeah.
because it's even stated that is one of the important documents for the application.
Okay, that should sound like a professional referee or professional reference, if I may say.
Yes, though it's not stated there, but I think getting a professional email will be better. Getting a professional email, yes. Getting a professional email will actually boost your chance.
Okay. All right. So
And the last stage is the TRCN, letter of professional standing. You can upload this yourself. They will just ask you to click yes, that you agree that TRCN will send them a letter of professional standing.
Okay.
Then after that, you submit the application. Then you get a reference number. After they will go through your application, you'll be asked not to pay TRCN yet. Don't pay TRCN 60,000 naira yet. Yes, before you receive a reply from them.
Okay, so that means.
So after you have, yeah.
Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, after you have submitted, so they will go through this application and they will send you an email if your application is successful.
Wow.
With a reference number. So is that reference number TRCN will quote when writing the letter of professional standing.
Wow. All right. So that's all for the how to get about your QTS. And then how would you be able to know when TRCN has sent the professional standing, letter of professional standing? Would QTS body signal you or send you an email to that effect when they have received a confirmation from TRCN Nigeria?
I'm not sure, because it even stated that TRCN must reply them within 3 months.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's so much an ample time for TRCN to be able to
TRCN must reply them within 3 months, or the application will be cancelled.
So you just have to be praying. Oh, please let them let them
pray, or probably you have a connection in TRCN, just
that
keep
will help
calling.
You push.
Yeah, just keep pushing.
God.
Please just reply, I beg.
It's such a long haul. Getting something from Nigeria to somebody or a body abroad is usually like a lot of time. I'm a testimony to that.
Yeah, I
I'm a
know,
living
I
testimony.
know.
All right, let's look at a few things more before we go off this call. All right, so having gotten the QTS now, let's say, for example, the person is yet to move to the UK as a teacher, but the person is trying to apply for QTS. And because I remember the instruction from the UK website that you can apply for QTS from your home country. So while you're still
Yes,
applying, what are the things that the person must do or has to do to be successful? Because I know one of it is just to try to apply for jobs online.
yes,
So
yes.
are there some other things
Um,
that
I
the
will,
person needs to put in place? Yes.
I will advise the person to, like one of my videos I made, to package, I put it that way, package their CV well.
Oh,
Excuse me.
CV, yeah.
Yeah, CV is very important in this country. They check your
Oh,
CV within 7 seconds, and if it's not attractive, they'll just trash it.
wow. Wow.
Yeah, so you need to, yes, you need to package your CV well, like in details, not too much, not 4 or 5 pages, but with important information. I, as an employer, even if you are reading your CV, you are impressed that, oh wow, oh okay. So the same way your employer would see your CV and be impressed that, oh okay, let's call this person, let's interview this person.
Okay,
So
so
CV is the first thing.
okay.
Yes, right. All your educational experience. Like in my CV, I wrote back as when I had my teaching practice while I was still in the
Oh,
university.
wow.
Yes,
Okay.
because it's part of, yes, I just wrote it there, teachers training, because it's part of training.
Yeah.
Yeah. And during my NYC also, I also taught for 9 months. So it's also part of training. Just put
Okay.
all the experience you have in teaching,
Mm.
just package everything there. So that is the first thing, CV, yeah.
All
And
right.
your qualifications, all the qualifications you have, you need to write it. It needs to be stated on your CV. All the qualifications, if you have TRCN certificate, if you have teacher's license, all the qualifications you have in education. If you started right from NC, put it there. So if you have masters in education, just write everything there. And if you have professional trainings also, if you are opportune to have professional trainings like safeguarding, child exploitation, they are online. They are
Okay.
e-learning online. Some you might have to pay
Yeah.
few pounds. Yeah, just try and do few and get the certificate. Safeguarding children, child exploitation,
Safeguarding.
bullying,
Okay.
yeah, bullying in school, child protection, um, data protection. You can even do that of autism and learning, because most of the
Learning
schools here, you will have
disability.
some students with learning disabilities, yes. So if your employer see this in your CV, that you even have all this professional training, you get
A call.
noticed, yeah. Yes.
Yes, it's very important. All right.
So,
Thank
and
you
keep applying, just as you have said, yeah, you just
for
keep applying. If you're still in Nigeria, just keep, even if you are here, you just have to keep applying. You just have to keep applying. But if you're already here, I would advise that you join an educational agency first.
force. Yes, because I remember then
Yes.
I tried to apply for something via LinkedIn and I realized that it was an educational agency in the UK. But I didn't go
Okay.
further because they were at the time they were asking me for some, I think BRP then. I didn't have it at that time, so I couldn't go further. All right. So now I know better.
Okay. And
Yeah, go on.
yeah, yeah, and a police report too. Police report is very
Very
important. Very, in
important.
fact, very, very, very important. Police reports from Nigeria or wherever you are, from your country. If you have lived outside UK for 5 years, you need a police report. Anywhere you go, for even educational agencies, they will ask for your police report.
All right. What about drivers or driving license? Would that be necessary?
No, it's not important. You
Okay.
just tend to, it's not important at all. I don't have a car. I don't have a UK driver's license. No, I have that of the international, but it's not important.
Not
It's
important.
not important.
All right, let's move over to something else. So once the person gets a job, then the person will start processing their visa. What if the person does not get a job that will sponsor his or her visa? Do you have an idea how the person needs to move on with that? Does the person have to apply for a job, skilled visa, for skilled workers visa or workers visa? There's a way it's called.
Oh, okay. If the person does not have a sponsored employer that can
Yes,
sponsor to give
yes,
COS, then
yes.
that means the person has to come in either the skilled worker route or the student route.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, currently, I'm a student dependent, so
Oh, okay. That was how
yeah,
you moved.
yes.
Yeah, because I know that a lot of people are saying that it's difficult to actually get a school in the UK that will actually sponsor your visa, except if
Yes,
really,
yes.
really, except if they're really,
Some people are moving though, yeah. Some people are really moving from countries, Dubai, even Nigeria, I've heard of
yeah,
people move from. It's not a bit difficult because it's not as easy as the care route because agency cannot sponsor you from UK. So don't let anybody scam you.
scam you
It's
exactly because a lot of agents are
agency,
like that.
educational agency cannot sponsor you from your country. So you need to get a school that has a license to sponsor you.
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
I don't have any money or any other thing to give. I just give my cogent information, important ones, the
Yes.
things that I'll be looking for.
Yes.
So kindly give us your YouTube channel name and then if your Instagram if you so wish.
My YouTube channel name is Omowumi Temi.
Okay,
Yeah.
Temi. I'll put it in the chat in the comment section.
Description, yes.
Yes,
So, and my Instagram handle is Temitayo_Omo. Yeah.
all right, guys. So you can actually link up with her if you need more information so that if people are not getting information this side, they can also get from the other side. Information is very important. So if anyone watching it at this time does not get to does not need the information, they can as well share to as many people that are looking for this information. We have to stop falling for scammers, people that want to scam us of our hard-earned money. It's
Yes.
very important because
Yes.
we work so hard for it, and then someone else will come and say,
Yes.
I'll help you to do this. Pay me £1,000. £500 is a lot of money because I know what it is now in the UK. It's quite important.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at one or two more things. Benefits of being a teacher. What? Because some people say, why do you want to be a teacher in the UK? Because I remember back then when I finished my undergraduate, I was earning 50,000 naira. And I kid you not, at that time, it was a lot of money some years back. All right, but when I look at it now, 50,000 naira, my sister, is not money now. Like I can tell you for free, compared to the money that you earn in the UK, in Germany, in Luxembourg, and in some other countries that I've actually come across. All right. So can you tell us benefits of being a teacher in the UK?
Yeah. There are lots of benefits of being a teacher in the UK. First, a teacher in the UK tends to earn more than a nurse in the UK.
Please say that again. A teacher in the UK can earn more than a nurse in the UK. Wow, can you give us like
Yes.
a range, like a figure, pound sterling really sounds good in the pound sterling. I usually say that pound sterling is one of the currencies that has a sun in, so to say.
Yeah. Well, I already made a video on that, so guys can watch, look out for that video where I talk about the salary scale. So if you're working with an agency, you tend to earn more though.
Oh, really?
You
Yeah.
tend to earn more. You can, if you're an unqualified teacher, depending on the agency, you can earn as more as 120, 130 pounds per day.
Wow. Per day. 120 pounds per day. I'm going to give you that exchange rate. 120 pounds per day.
Yeah, and that's even like the minimum because yeah, depending on your subjects, especially those with those that studied languages, they tend to earn more. I have a colleague that earns as high as 200 pounds per day without QTS.
You're kidding me. 200
No,
pounds
I'm not.
per day. Woo!
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Compared to
Yeah,
what someone can get in their home country.
Yes, exactly. So, but if you're working permanently, you might not earn as much as that, but the minimum you can earn as a teacher here in the UK starts from 28,000
per month.
in a year.
Okay,
No, in a year.
28,000 in a year, 28,000 pounds.
Pounds, yes, in a year.
Wow.
So they also have like a scale, just like we have back in Nigeria or in your country. They have like a, yes, like a scale. So as you're moving in your career progression, then your salary tends to increase.
Wow. So to say, if you have bachelor's or if you have master's, you earn more than someone that has a bachelor's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, yes, you earn more.
Oh, wow.
Yes, you earn more. Yes, you earn more. Like a principal in the UK, like because I'm always on their website, checking for information and stuff. A teacher, there's a school where I've been placed to work sometimes, I think two weeks back, and they just they have a vacancy for a principal, and the salary is £97 to £102 per year.
97 what?
97,000 pounds, yeah.
For a year to work in a school.
For a principal. Yes, for a principal, yeah.
I'm coming to this. Not just kidding. All right, but that's good to hear. All right, that's supposed to be like a push-up, encouragement, motivation for anyone that is shuffling their legs, moving to the UK as a teacher or working in the education sector. That's very important.
And there are other benefits, lunch, free lunch in schools. Even some of us that are agency staff, if they know you are like a constant supply teacher. Supply teacher means you are being supplied from an agency. That you know you are a constant supply teacher. It tends to give you free lunch at times. So free lunch, you don't have to pack lunch to school as a teacher. Free lunch, and most of these schools has a gym. You are entitled to a free gym. And some other benefits, maternity leave, a year paid maternity leave.
Wow, a year, 1 year, and you're going to be paid for maternity, like to take care of the child.
Yes.
Wow, that's interesting to know. Oh my God.
Even if if you would love to study, or if you have been applying and it's not coming through, you can come in through the student route. Find a school that can sponsor you and you can switch.
Yes, I was also made to understand that apart from trying to apply to QTS straight, there's some universities that stand as agencies that you have to apply. I think Canterbury is one of them. I'm going to have a video on that soon. Canterbury is one of them. One other university a week or so where you have to apply, and there is the assessment route. There is the direct QTS route, and so many other routes like that. So, and then I was made to also understand that if you just finish from the secondary school, probably you're not yet in the UK, you can actually go and do like an education course, like teacher training education course, like an undergraduate in the UK, 3 years.
Yes.
And then after that, you get your QTS straight.
Yes.
Yes, I was making.
And if you are opportune to a family friend, if you're opportune to get a school that can sponsor you, they can employ you without QTS, depending on how you can sell yourself to them. Let me just put it that way. So they can employ you without QTS, and they will sponsor your QTS through teachers training. Yes.
Wow. That's very important. So any other advice? Do you have any advice for candidates or people that will be planning to move to the UK as teachers from their home country?
Yes. I would just tell them if you're opportune to move in through teacher route, you have to be patient. Yes, because the educational system here is different from whatever you have in your country, especially in our own country, Nigeria. It is way different. Like the margin is a lot. So you need to be patient. You need to be willing to learn. Don't just feel, oh, I've taught for 15, 20 years. Yes, I know what I'm doing. You don't know what we are doing exactly. So you need to be patient. You need to learn their rules. Yes, and you have to take their safeguarding rules. Very, 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 very important. You have to like read it to letter Z.
Wow.
It is very, 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 very important, so that one student will not come and put you to trouble here. Yeah, because back in our country, we have our own ways of dealing with students in terms of behavior management.
Yeah.
And here, you don't flog students here. You don't even touch them. Like, you don't spank. There's no spanking here. And there are some words you're not expected to say in class in terms of some things, gender and all. You just have to be very careful.
Wow, wow, wow. So I know that after teaching in the UK for about 3 to 4 years, yes, you can actually switch your visa and probably how do you try to get your British passport? Because I think that's another question that people might want to know about or get a response.
You have to, after getting a sponsored job, then you will work for 5 years. Your COS will state either 3 years or 5 years.
Okay.
So if it's 3 years, that means the school we have to renew. We have to give you another COS after 3 years, or you probably look for another school that can sponsor you if you want to move to another school. Okay. But if you are given like a 5 years straight, after your 5 years, then you can apply for your ILR, which is indefinite leave to remain.
Yes.
Then you'll be asked to write an exam of life in the UK. If you pass the exam, you can apply for ILR. Then after a year, you get your British passport.
And boom, it's that being a British.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Omaomi. So good to have you, and thanks for honoring my.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So she has all her YouTube channel handle, her Instagram. I'm also going to pin it down in the comment section so that you can further get across to her if you have more information. Thank you very much for this session.
You're welcome.